Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you hear the jazz, okay? So you know what time it is, all right? It is replay review time. Now, I ain't done one of these in a minute, all right? Coaching people and telling them to not jump 1,000 times is a little tiring, but we're back, okay? Back and better than ever. Today, we have a floor 10 Nago versus a floor 10 Happy Chaos. Now, before we get started, as I always say, you need to coach the player by the floor. And usually floor 10 players are either in one of two categories. Either one, they're like floor 8, 9, 10 players, or they're floor 10 and a half players, which means that they're like on the cusp of Celestial, but they can't really jump over that hurdle. Now, based on my assessments of initially watching this match, I kind of put them in the former category, but I could be wrong. However, let's get them over the hump, all right? Today, we're going to be coaching the Nago. We're going to try to get that Nago over the hump because, one, this is kind of a gatekeeping matchup. If you're even slightly competent with Happy Chaos, it is a little tricky, okay? It is a little tricky for a lot of players to kind of deal with him, even if you're fighting a slightly competent, albeit a little sloppy Happy Chaos. But we're going to see how this Nago handles it. Without further ado, enough with the yap. Grace is in front of my monitor screen, so if she clickety-clacks on my fucking keyboard, you know what happened. All right, Grace, as always, my beautiful paperweight right here. You guys can't see her, but I'm sure you will. Let's get into it. Bam. All right, look, what's the round start? You know what your boy wants. You know what I need. You know what I crave. You know what I desire. All right. Duel 1. Let's rock. That, you know what? That was a good round start. That was unironically a pretty good round start. Happy Chaos is a lot of moves that are really annoying to contest, especially since they nerfed Nago's 2S. Usually Nago's 2S could beat a lot of crap that Happy Chaos does. But in this case, I believe the Happy Chaos would have won that trade. However, I'm curious to know whether or not the Happy Chaos would have been able to hit his ankles round start. I actually don't think it does go round start, his 2S, I mean. But that'd be something curious to test. Unfortunately, it looks like, hold on. It looks like 2S does hit you round start. So in fact, I'm gonna have to dock some points off of that round start. Not as good as I thought it was going to be, right? You kind of a backdash would have been much better. But hey, you know, that's why we learn it. So next time, if you want to take the passive route against him, backdash, all right? So you don't get your legs completely destroyed. Goes for /, completely fine. Beyblade, I like it. Okay, that's a bit of an advanced combo. I do like the attempt, but unfortunately, he was a little bit too slow. But I do like the attempt. It's good to go for advanced things, especially as you kind of go up in the ranks of Celestial. If you did the first close slash a little early, if he reacted, he honestly should have reacted much faster to the giant, big, fat slowdown. But neither here nor there. It's okay. Like the pressure. Okay, I still like it. I still like it. That was actually not a bad Fukyo. Not a bad Fukyo at all, okay? It was a little delayed, a little staggered, but, you know, good defense on the Happy Chaos's part. Tries to go for a shimmy. Nice. All right, tries to go for a shimmy. Now, here's the thing. Ankles are not being watched. Is he trying to mash throw? Probably. Now, okay, I like that. I like that. I like the mashing backdash from Happy Chaos's offense, right? Now we're here, all right? Gets hit. Right? Mashing backdash a lot. Now, here's the thing. Mashing backdash into 5H is not good at all. Not even a little bit, okay? Here's the thing. I like the idea of backdashing Happy Chaos's pressure. That's what I kind of tend to do. I actually learned that from Lord Knight. Lord Knight accurately, like, analyzed that Happy Chaos's reticle kind of gets off of you for a time when you do backdash, right? Giving you a time to press buttons. But in that time that you need to press buttons, you want to go for something that is relatively fast and relatively good priority. For example, Nago's 5K. Definitely could have hit 5K here. Might have worked, might not have. Who can really say? But 5H is just way too slow. The reticle's going to snap back onto Nago. It's going to get shot. It's not going to be a good time, right? And now you're back in the corner, honestly, kind of due to poor defense, right? You're pressing a lot of buttons. A lot of buttons, right? Backdashing. Okay, trying to press a button. Okay, gets hit overhead, right? This happens, and then you get a freaking hit. This happens because of that level of impatience, right? And on wake up, I guess you're trying to go for throw or something, man. Just not a good look, bro. Just not a good look. Stop doing wake up throw. Kind of stagger it. Maybe wake up backdash. Honestly, could be pretty good for Nago, but it's okay. All right, still got a chance of life. 5H. Honestly, real talk, 5H. Unless I guess he was really trying to catch that backdash, right? That's all I can think of is that he was really trying to catch that backdash, which honestly is really not a good round start because of how much meter you had, right? The Happy Chaos player did not have enough meter, right, to contest your BRC. He could have went for burst, but honestly, if you're down by this much already, right, taking his burst is a good thing. Like, even if you lose the round, taking his burst this early on is a good thing. So I would have loved to see a BRC forward, right, or use of your meter in some capacity, specifically just BRC forward. Just BRC forward. It's really good. It's really freaking good, right? I don't know why you press 5H. Just not a good button. Also, you could have pressed 2H here in this round start because it is the fastest that it will ever be, right? Now that you have 2 blood bars, right? 2 blood bars right there. This round start would be very quick. You would have clipped his toes or something, right? Even if he jumped over it, right? You would have recovered fast enough to press 6H or 6P. Now you got to eat a mix. Yeah, it's just a mix. That's tough. It's just a fucking mix, bro. Round start number 2. What are we doing? Okay, 5K. I like the 5K. I really like the 5K. Yeah, okay, whatever, you get cursed. It happens. I like the aggression. Get up in there. Okay, pretty good. All right, gets thrown for your troubles. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't know, because sometimes if I do Beyblade, I like to go for Beyblade into throw. That's me personally. I like to go for Beyblade into throw, but I only do that if I feel as though my opponent's not going to react to my Beyblade, or if they don't react to the Beyblade in time. Is that what he was trying to do? I can't say for certain, but it was in a bit of a too much obvious spot that getting thrown was kind of like always going to happen. So what I would have liked to see instead is that because you have so much blood meter to work with, right? Why go for such a one-dimensional mix-up? Oh, whoops, my big fat head is in the way, right? Why go for such a one-dimensional mix-up, right? Where like, since you're rocking so much blood, go for like a Fukio back here, right? He doesn't have much meter, or he doesn't have any meter at all, so he can't use any defensive mechanics except for like deflect, shield, or burst, right? So you go for this, go for a Fukio back. You could bait him pressing any button. You could have baited him mashing throw. You would have gotten heavily rewarded off of that. You would have gotten all your blood resources back, right? When you have blood, don't go for one-dimensional mix-ups, right? There's just no reason. You're honestly just wasting blood while you have it pretty low, right? That's the time to kind of explode and get it up there, right? Once you have it like 2 or 3 bars full, or I guess 2 bars full, then you should be a more conservative with it, right? Going for things like 6H, going for things like 5H, 2S into 5H, right? But when you have this much to work with, you gotta go for something more aggressive, right? That's all. Get thrown for your troubles. And this is one of the downsides of always having a wake-up option. That you get caught. You get caught with your dome getting cracked. Now that combo would have been cool if it didn't suck. Going for 5K here. Now here's the thing. 5K here is not going to be as effective because I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you might know, some of you might not know. After the second whatever, right? After the second knockdown. Forgive me, I had to cough. You are actually farther away from your opponent, right? You're farther away from your opponent than at the start of the actual game, right? By how much? I don't know. About like this much. But it really does matter. And so in this instance, right, there truly is literally no reason to press 5K. 5K is not going to beat his 5S. 5K is not going to beat his 2S. 5K is not going to be in anything. It's just not going to be nothing. It's just not, right? This is kind of a matchup issue. Unless you would have thought that he would go for like a 6, like a 6S, is that the clothesline, right? If you think he was going to go for that, then maybe, but even still, it's just such a hard read of a hard read that it's just not a good option. I would have liked to see, because you have some blood, got a little bit of it, not a whole lot, just a little bit. I would have liked to see a 2S, right? Because 2S does travel this far, and you would have clipped his toes, right? And because of the blood being where it's at, it's not super slow. You have a little, it recovers faster. So it would have been nice. Would have been nice. Or even like a, you can even go for like a far slash here, or go far slash a little crazy. Okay, well, there's my cat. I knew she was gonna FUD and press something. Like completely, whatever. All right, let's go back. So, goes for the round start. Okay. Nice. I like that. Get in there. Okay. 5H. It's a mix. Nice. Being conservative. Tried to go for a throw. Maybe went for a throw. Right? A little crazy. Oh my gosh. All right. Look. Fellas, you're going to witness this in real time. This little keyboard goblin. Look at that little keyboard guy. Get out of here. Couch. Sit on the couch. Couch. All right, back to it. What the frick was I talking about? Where are we even? All right. So you go for a throw here. Little risky, little ambitious. Could have worked. Honestly, because you got meter. Okay? You have meter. I would have liked to see you go for letting it rip on the far slash Rekka, right? Because you would have recovered some of your blood back. Honestly, probably about like this much of your blood back, right? Might have gotten you to the 2 threshold, and so you could have went for another mix, right? So you go for a mix and do another mix, right? You would have had that resource to do so, right? You also have White Wild Assault available to you. I've never seen this used once in this match, right? White Wild Assault is still extremely strong, especially when you have meter. Because what you can do, actually, is you can do basically the same mix as like far slash into Beyblade, but with White Wild Assault into RC, and just like have an entirely free mix that keeps you positive for no blood at all. Not going for that. Gets tagged. Nice XP, but then this is the mistake. This is the big mistake. You go for a Beyblade. Now, if you... That's the thing. You don't even RC it, man. If you... Okay, let's just see how the rest of the match plays out, because honestly, this is just good games right here. Yep, this is GG's. Boom, boom, boom. This is literally the final nail in the coffin, right? And we all have our moments like this, but you're not doing... Like, if you did this into, like, RC, I would have seen the vision... I still would have called you stupid though, because Broski has mad burst. He has mad burst, mad meter. So defensively speaking, there like you can't. You also he has mad health, bro. Like so, it's like just 6p. I don't know. Like be more aware of how much resources that you have, and be aware of what resources your opponent has. Because if he didn't have burst, maybe he was low on meter, right? And the reason why I keep emphasizing meter is because if he blocked it, he could have YRC'd, ran away, and then you would have popped blood and died, right? That's why I'm emphasizing the meter, right? But more specifically, burst is something you can very, very visibly see that he has a lot of, right? He's got the whole thing. He ain't just got a lot. He got the whole thing, right? So going all in as Nago with meter is okay, right? Because you can force a very, very heavy mix, and like in your case, you could have built some of your burst back and tried to sort of like be in a position where it would have been okay. But this is just a no-go zone. No-go zone completely, entirely. You got to be way more aware of your opponent's resources. And that's why you died, buddy. That's why you died. So, anyways, guys, that's it. You know, basically, all in all, I liked the pressure, but it felt like you were not aware of how much blood you had, because when you didn't have pretty much any of it and you had a lot of blood available to you to use, you didn't really use it like that. And now in instances like these where you have a lot of it, you're throwing, brother. You're throwing, right? And you're not really using your meter or your burst gauge that effectively. So I would say use more White Wild Assaults, RC your Beyblades, right? Try to actually act out of your Beyblades and not just bank that they're gonna hit, right? Your neutral's truly not that bad. Try not to do too many like wake up options. because you definitely got socked for that many, many times, and they can be effective, but everything's effective in moderation. So moderate yourself, brother. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys learned something. I know I sure have. And as always, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Look at that little goblin over there. Yeah, little goblin.